Right, we are live, I think. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. And let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Very exciting times. Lots of people in the chat. Thank you very much for joining in. For those of you who have been keeping an eye on my streams in the last few weeks, you'll know that I've had a lot of technical issues. Today, this is quite exciting. This is the first stream that I'm doing using a completely new piece of software. I'm bright and the sound is a bit tinny. Right, okay, audio sounds like I'm in a cavern. Interesting. Let me just check that the right microphone is enabled. At least it's working. At least it's going out. Device. Right. There we go. That should be better. It looked like the microphone was a bit wrong. Let me know if that audio is okay. Still going to have a couple of teething issues. Never really used this software before, but definitely needed a new piece of software. Contrast is a bit low. Much better. Yes. Okay. It was picking up some kind of audio device from probably the overhead camera, actually, rather than this one. So audio is working fine. In terms of the colors, yeah, completely different software. So yeah, I'm just getting used to it. And one of the things that I can do is I can fix the colors. So if you bear with us a minute, let me do that while I'm here. So yeah, didn't get much sleep last night because basically been working on getting used to this software. How's that? That looks a little bit more colourful, doesn't it? Possibly a bit too colourful. But there we go. Yeah, gonna have some teething issues, but hopefully that is all okay. And without further ado, let's crack on. So today, this is part 4 of my playthrough series for the Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. We're going to be doing chapters 6 and 7. Hang on a minute. What was 1? I can't remember now. There's so many that have been happening. 1 was that. What did we do? We did 1 in episode part 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Yeah, this is 6 and 7. So yeah, 6 and 7. Chapters 6 and 7 is what we're going to play through today. Some slight spoilers because you're going to see the storyline, but this is one of those games that you can replay. Knowing the story isn't much of a spoiler. You can completely play it yourself. Yeah, I did 1 first, then 2 and 3, then I did 4 and 5. So previously, in part 5, we were looking for a scepter, okay? We found the scepter, and now we've got to escape. We've got to get out. Now, let me switch to the app, and you'll like this. Hopefully this works okay. There you go. There is the app. Like that transition? Spent all morning on that. What I've done to save a little bit of time is I've actually started spending my points on my upgrading my characters. So, Gimli has got a bit of fish finger in my throat. Gimli upgraded his ringmail last time. Gimli has now upgraded his Iron Hills battle axe. Legolas has upgraded his great bow, and we now have a choice of cloak. So we have the Tuckborough cloak, the Ranger cloak, or the Fangorn cloak. This is a decision I need to make now. I just noticed actually it's not showing the mouse on screen, so you can't actually see where my mouse is going. I will look at fixing that next time. That's not a big deal. The other thing I've got set up is I've got another. Oh well, that's a bit bright there, isn't it? Yeah, that is a bit bright. Let me just turn that down a bit because that's a bit bright. There you go. How's that? Is that a bit better? No, that contrast is too much. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit, but not too much. There you go. Okay, yeah, just fiddling around with the color settings, but I think we're all good. Right, so, yeah, Legolas has a choice of these 3 bows. We have the Ranger cloak, the Tuckborough cloak, and the Fangorn cloak. I don't know if you can actually see them or not, or if it's even going to focus. It's probably not. Let's look at the side camera, because that's set up again, and I don't know what the colors are going to be like on this one. Okay, that's very, very bright. Yeah, you can't actually see them at all. So yeah, I'm just going to have to fiddle with the colours on this side camera. I thought I'd sorted this morning, but obviously not. So if I turn down the brightness a bit, that bit better. Okay, it's getting a lot of reflection. Is what it's getting. Maybe if I turn that up, and that, I don't really know what I'm doing colour-wise. I just know that that is a bit unreadable, and that's not. It wasn't like that yesterday. Yesterday, when I was using this yesterday, it was actually quite good. But now, yeah, that's not working at all, is it? That's a real shame. I mean, yeah, the colour shouldn't have changed based on the piece of software, but it actually has. It's definitely changed. So I've obviously got these colour settings completely wrong. Yeah. So I'm not sure what I can do with that to get that to work. Let me just reset everything to as it should be. Readable? No, it's just way too bright, isn't it? If I drop the brightness down, it's still getting way too much reflection. Okay, yeah, more contrast. There you go, there's more contrast. It's not fixing it. It's kind of like, yeah, and it's an old camera, but the point is, this worked okay. Oh, I can do all sorts of, ooh, there's some presets. There is some preset, we can have that one, if you want that one. Still can't read it though. You can do grayscale. Yeah, can do all sorts of things. The local light is a lot closer. Nope, everything is exactly where it was yesterday. But where was a minute? I will just put the local light. I'll point it in a different direction. Right, I've angled it further away from me. Well, that's a bit better, isn't it? It's still not quite right, but can you see these cards? These are the three options that I've got, and I'm not sure which one to take. Now the Fangorn Cloak, if you look at it, that's the one in the middle. That seems to have some kind of ranged ability on it. So if Ian is in the chat, I don't know if Ian is in the chat, but I think I can use the Fangorn Cloak at the same time as I'm using my bow. So in other words, if I get one extra success, I can do an extra 2 hits. So I'm tempted to take that one. Yeah, the other option is that I've got this one here all set up. But again, I'm not sure you can actually read the cards on there. It's kind of like I need a third one, a third zoom. But yeah, I'm not sure which one to take, so I'm tempted to take the Fangorn Cloak. But I need to decide in the app which one I'm going to take. So let me just read about attacks. And I think that's right. I think you can use multiple cards if they've got the same thing on them. Mark is saying go with the Fangorn one. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think I can change it later on. But surely there isn't a bad choice. Right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the Fangorn Cloak. Confirm. So my cloak has been upgraded into a Fangorn Cloak. Now, I also don't fully understand how this works, because I thought you gained lore, and lore upgraded your items, and I knew that, but I thought you had to like spend the lore, and I don't think you do. Because I've suddenly, today, this morning, when I was going through this, I was able to upgrade grade 3 of these items. Oh, you can see the arrow now. The arrow has now appeared. Yeah, good question. I think if you have the spare success, yeah. So there we go. And the group, we've still got the Greenway boots. So yeah, we've got lots of upgraded items, which is cool. What I've also done is I've also spent the skill points. I did that this morning off camera, again, just to save a bit of time. So that is all done, and we are ready to go. I say we're ready to go. I've actually missed a bit of the story. So I'm just going to read the story. So this is The Flight from Fornost, Chapter 6. Here we go. The dead city of Fornost Arrain has not yet vanished behind you when you find your path blocked by a band of heavily armed orcs traversing the wilderness westward. Adjusting your course, you are soon met again by a patrol. Turning back, you find sentries from Atarin's army, lying in wait in every direction. Your presence is not yet discovered, however, so preferring caution over an engagement with the growing horde, you slip out of sight into a cold grey cave and plan an escape from the midst of your enemy. The next adventure will be a journey map. Oh, we've had a super chat up here. Oh, thank you very much. All super chat money goes to charity. So thank you very much for that. That will be added to this month's donation. And yes, magic cloak. We have Fangorn cloak. Right, there we go. So we're gonna confirm. Yeah, we've done all of our stuff. We've upgraded all of our items. We are good to go. We're not going to change the roles. And thank you to the comments that I've had on YouTube from the last one, just explaining a couple of things about the game for me. So BGG agrees you can use the cloak when you attack using your agility. I thought so. I read somewhere that if you've got multiple items with the same thing, it will work. Now, because I'm using a new software, you'll notice that there is a little bit of the green screen here. That's still something that I'm working on to try and get rid of the... where is it? It's here, and it's here, and it's the green screen in the background. And it's being able to get rid of it without me looking too bad. So again, I'll fiddle with this offline, but it's all right for now. So, app, here we go. Having escaped Atarin's forces within Fornos Derain, you now find yourself in the midst of his army on the march. The cave in which you now shelter has hidden you from their attentions thus far. However, as the night grows old, you fear that word of your deeds has spread through the ranks and are all on alert. Each hero scouts 3. Right, okay. Wrong scene, sorry. I've moved my buttons around, so I accidentally pressed the wrong scene then. We want this one. Right, okay, so we're scouting 3. And yes, the card reading with the visual, yeah, I would need another camera. I've currently got 3 cameras. I've got the side camera, the overhead camera, the camera on me. I would need to get another camera and a tripod for the setup that Rado does, which I've used on other ones. I'm just not using it on this one because I've got too many. But if this view isn't that useful, I don't know. I don't know how well you can see that. So let's have a look at our cards. We've got light-footed. Light-footed is quite good, although it does have a success icon on it. Oh, and thank you very much for the additional super chat. Awesome reading voice. Yes, which charity? This month, all money is being given to the Macmillan Cancer Support Trust. Yeah, it was a couple of ones last month. This month, it's the Macmillan one. Next month, I think, is going to be Dementia UK. Yeah, try and do a different charity each month. So light-footed is really good, and it does have sprint on it, but it's got the success, and that success is actually really nice. So I'm going to put honed agility into play, and I'm going to put light-footed on top of the deck and undying spirit on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, one of the things I was getting wrong yesterday is scouting. And yeah, Ian will confirm in the chat, is when you scout, you draw cards equal to the scout value, which in this case is 3. You may put one of them in play, if you want to. The rest you return to either the top or the bottom of your deck, but that one, you don't have to put it in play. You can put that one on top or the bottom of your deck, and that's what I was getting wrong. I thought one of them had to go in play. We're going to put Restless Axe in play. We're going to put another Restless Axe on top of the deck, and we're going to put Kinship to the bottom of the deck, which I'm still not fully understanding. But again, somebody on YouTube commented and said the card is better than I think it is. Right. We are back here. We do not need this because this is going to be a journey map. So we can put that away for now. And let's go back to the app. And here we go. Right, so we need tile 204 as indicated. Now these tiles are all still over here from yesterday. 204. It's that one. Ah, that's where we left off yesterday. So let's look at the side cam and see where this is going to go. You can see again from the smoke, from the fog on here, you can see roughly how big the map's going to be and which direction it's going to expand in. Okay, so I'm going to put this basically over here. Okay. I think that's going to be about right. So that is tile 204, as indicated. The cave in which you hide may soon be discovered, as the dawn will reveal its entrances. With little time remaining, you resolve that you must find a way out of the valley before Atarin soldiers realise you are near. Place heroes as indicated. Right, so both my heroes are going there. Let's see what my heroes look like with this new colour settings. Is it going to... For those people who didn't see them yesterday, these are my newly painted figures, Gimli and Legolas. So these are going on here. There you go. They're busy having an argument about something or other. God, they're very dark over there, aren't they? I turned the brightness down, and now, over there, you can't hardly see them. I definitely need more lighting. But they are there. Trust me, they are there. But they're in the darkness. It's thematic. Right, next. The path of mushrooms fills the area with an intoxicating scent. Place a search token as indicated. We're going to have a search token in there. There are 2 exits from this cave, but neither will free you from the valley. You consider splitting up, but if any of you are caught alone by Atarin's forces, the consequences could be dire. You must venture into the night and find a path to safety. Okay. So 203B is going there. 203B is this one. Let's see if I can get it in the right place this time. Oh, and also, again, let me know if the music in the background is too loud or too quiet. Yeah, that's there, 203B. Exploration token on it. And 206A. Okay, there is 206A. I should put these in numerical order. It might save a lot of time. 206A. There we go. That's not too bad. Right, that is going... Right, so. Yep, okay. And that gets an exploration token on it as well. With no orcs in sight, you proceed toward the mouth of the cave. Right, we have an objective. Our objective is to exit the caves. And we are now in the action phase. Right, let's have a look at the overhead camera. Bring this down a bit. Okay, so that is where we are at the moment, and our objectives is to exit the caves. And we have 2 exits, one there and one there. It did say if you split up, there might be dire consequences, but I think that's what we're going to do. Right, we're in the action phase, and similar to yesterday, I'm going to use tokens to, new tokens to represent the number of actions I've taken. Giblox is here, new chat is nice, thank you very much. It's not just a new chat. Now, you can't see what's happening in the background. It's a completely different piece of software. I have scrapped XSplit, and I spent all night and all morning learning how to use Streamlabs OBS, so everything is different. Whilst it might look the same, and the only thing that looks different is the chat, I'm using a completely different system. So yeah, there we go. That's that. Anyway, yeah, I'm using these to track my actions. So we're going to go with... Who are we going to go with first? Let's go with Gimli. Right, so Gimli's going to go first. Gimli's first action is going to be to move into here. And then we're going to go to the app, and we're going to say... Oh, maybe we should have searched this first. No, we'll let Legolas search that. Okay, so yeah, Gimli's going to go into here. We're going to explore. A winding track leads through a copse of ancient trees and a dilapidated hovel, apparently abandoned, slumps nearby. Right, we've had that before. Okay, so that's just flavour. It's nice flavour, but we have had that one before. There's lots of dilapidated hovels, abandoned dilapidated hovels in this part of the world. So discard the exploration token and gain 1 inspiration. Okay. A guide stone by the road has a series of faded runes etched into it. Okay, so something for us to explore. That is going... Where is that going? That's going... in the area that we're in. That's very handy. I do look a bit washed out, don't I? Yeah, never mind. It'll be fine for now, but yeah, I look a bit pale. What else? Oh, 308A, as indicated. Right, okay, so 308A is... 307. 308. 308A is going there. Okay. And 209A next to it. 209. Okay. And that slots in nicely there. Like so. Right, okay. Oh, and 307A. Wow, right, okay. We've suddenly revealed a lot of the map. Now, I'll say this again, repeated, or regular viewers will be fed up with me saying this. We're playing on Adventure Mode. Adventure Mode is the easiest difficulty setting, and it modifies the amount of threat you get at the end of the turn. So if this was normal, is the paleness due to living in England? Yes, it could be. Yeah, in normal mode of the game, all of these unexplored areas would be really bad for me because every exploration token on the board adds one threat at the start of each shadow phase, or in the shadow phase. On Adventure Mode, that doesn't happen. So this is okay. There you go, 3 exploration tokens. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's there. We are done. You hug the rocky slope as you emerge from the cave. The ground is covered with signs of the recent clumsy passage of dozens of orcs. They are marching quickly, and the main body of Atarin's force should be easy for your small band to evade, but even the most careless of orc commanders will have posted sentries to protect the army's flanks from surprise attack. Final objective. Okay, so our first objective was to leave the cave. That was pretty easy. We did that. Hooray! Final objective is to eliminate the sentries and discover an escape from the valley. Okay, right. Peter's here. Thank you, Peter, for joining in. Having pursued you the full distance from Fornos Terrain, the shadowy forms of your enemy emerge from the openings in the cave. They do not cry out a warning to the many others nearby, but appear eager to deliver retribution by their own hands. Right, so we've got an orc hunter. Where's my cup of tea? Got to drink my tea before it goes cold. So we have an orc hunter. Do I have an orc hunter from yesterday? I don't. Right, I need to dig out an orc hunter from my set of painted miniatures. Right, okay, so we need an orc hunter. This is one with a bow. Oh, it's not going to focus, is it? Nope, there you go. He comes out there. So that's an orc hunter. Oh no, it's not there. It's right next to me. Just appeared right next to Legolas. Your journey continues. Right, all of that happening right there was just because Gimli moved one to there. We've not done anything else yet, and we've still got another movement point. But I think what I'm going to do is... I mean, I could go back in and hit this orc, but I kind of don't want to. Yeah, I think Gimli's going to interact with this search token. Yeah, James said, I like games that give you the option to experience the story rather than adding difficulty. Yeah, so Adventure Mode was not in the original game, but they released it because I think a number of people complained it was a bit too hard. So yeah, I'm fine playing on Adventure Mode. I like a bit of a challenge. What I don't want to do is keep replaying the same scenario 3 or 4 times until I succeed. That's not good. So, Gimli is having a look at this guidestone, searching the guidestone. You inspect the runes. Right, we need to test wisdom. Now, unfortunately, Gimli's wisdom is 2. He's not the wisest. So, oh, don't shuffle your deck, Paul. You put certain cards on top. You definitely put certain cards on top. You put a Restless Axe on top. I know you did. So, the first card I'm going to reveal, what we're doing, we're testing wisdom, and my wisdom is 2. Oh, this is fine, we're going to succeed. Because we've got Restless Axe and something else. So we passed. We passed the test. You are surprised to realise the runes, called Kurth, in the form used by the alphabet of Daeron, an elvish form developed in the First Age, and eventually passed on to the dwarves in Eregion. It is rare to see these forms in such a humble place in these days. Lore increases by 1, discard the search token. Right, okay, so that's not bad, and then Gimli's going to use his second movement point to run away, bravely, to there. Right, that is Gimli, 2 actions, done. That is really dark, that camera now. That side camera is really dark, so I am just going to, since I moved that lighting around, now just looks really dark. I'm just going to increase it a little bit. There you go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Yeah, brave Sir Gimli. Matt's here. Morning, Matt. Thank you for joining in. Right, it is now Legolas. So Legolas is here. I believe if Legolas tries to move out of this area, it's going to get like an attack of opportunity or something like that. What's it called in this game? Is it called attack of opportunity? What's it called? What is it called? It's got a certain name. Provoking? Provoke, 71.0. 71. Provoking enemies. When a hero is in the same space as an enemy, certain actions will provoke it. If you wish to move out of a space that contains 1 or more enemy groups, before the hero moves, they must provoke each enemy group in the space. Yeah, so if I move out, I'm going to provoke it. So we're not going to move out. What we're going to do is we are going to basically just try and attack. So we're going to do an attack with Legolas, using the Mirkwood Greatbow, and now I'm wearing this Fangorn cloak. Okay? So we're testing agility, and because I've got honed agility, I can add 1 success if I want to. Right, here we go. 1, which is a success, we know because we put that onto the deck. 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 successes. Now let's have a look at the orc. Okay, so he's got 5 health and 1 point of armor. So 2 successes is not actually going to be enough for us. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use this honed agility. When you test agility, you may discard this skill to add 1 success. So there you go. I'm discarding the skill. I've added 1 success, so that's 3 successes. 3 successes is basically 7 hits with cleave. Okay, now I don't quite know what cleave does. I think it hits other things nearby, but as it is, we've done it. He's dead. Nice. We're going to get an inspiration for that. So this is Legolas getting an inspiration, and there we go. So that was Legolas's first action. Now the question is, if Legolas stays here, oh no, we've got an ability. We've totally got an ability. What I was thinking is if Legolas spends his second action to investigate this token, we're going to be left in darkness. However, Legolas has Trailblazer, so we can use it to sprint. Right, okay, so Legolas's second action is going to be to interact with the shrooms. A patch of mushrooms fills the area with an intoxicating sense. Cleave hits all members of a group equally. Oh, right, that would be awesome. If there was more than 1. However, there is not. And again, I think that's because we're playing with 2 characters. We're not finding many enemies. If we were playing with 4 or 5, I think these enemy groups would be a lot bigger. I think. So we're searching the mushrooms. We need to test wit. And we need 2 successes. Legolas's wit is 3. Let's see what we get. We have got 1. Okay. So we do... I can buy another success. We need 2 successes to pass this test. I've got 1 from here. So I am going to spend an inspiration to turn this fate icon into a success. So there you go. We have 2 successes. So we have passed the test. You deduce that these mushrooms are not safe to eat. However, they make a very good healing poultice. You may discard 2 wounds. I don't have any wounds. If you discard no wounds, gain 2 inspiration. Awesome. Right, 2 inspiration. And then discard this search token. Nice. Okay, so it's still Legolas's go. Legolas has had 2 actions, but I do not really want to end the move in this dark area because Legolas gets scared of the dark. So we have a couple of ways we can move. Oh, I could have escaped using the Greenway boots. Never mind. I could just spend 1 inspiration to move, or I could do this Trailblazer. Because Legolas can have 5 inspiration. No, I'm going to keep the Trailblazer in play. I am going to spend an inspiration to move to here, which means we're going to explore this tile here. Go back to the app. We're going to explore. Between 2 small hillocks, a deep hole leads into an unseen underground cavern. Guard the exploration. Oh, that would be that deep hole there on the map. You can see it on the map. So Legolas gets this. Continue. A guide stone waits precariously on the crumbling edge of a ridge. Okay, that's next to where I am. And also 302A as indicated. Right, okay, so where is 302A? 302. So yeah, Ian, remind me. I don't know I asked you this last time in the chat. No, I can't remember what you said. If we were playing this today on 4-player, is it that there would be the same number of groups of enemies, but there would be more enemies? So instead of that being 1 Orc Hunter, that would be like 2 or 3. If that's the case, skills like Cleave are a lot less useful with a party of 2. Are we on 302A? Yeah, I mean, I would love to play this game 3, 4-player. Possibly not 5. 5 might be a bit too much, but I think 3-player would be good. So we're putting this on the board and it's going... I think it's fitting in here. Yeah, there we go. We just need to juggle this a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's right. Oh. Just as I get it right, there's another piece. Right, this is the coast. So yeah, we're going to have to... I might have to just move my character down, actually. So this is going... Yeah, it's going on there. Yeah, Gimli's in the way. Move Gimli over here. I think I'm going to put Gimli's deck to the right-hand side for today. There we go. Right. Well, this is most of the map. Cleave was used a fair amount even with 3 players. Okay. 205. What I should have done is I should have let it reveal everything and then gone and got the pieces rather than doing it one at a time. I'm having to keep moving things around. There you go. I think that goes on there. Yep, that's good. And exploration tokens on those 3. Right, okay, I'll read that in a minute. So here's the map. That up there. Move that there. There we go. So 3 exploration tokens. Yeah, very big map. We need to escape this valley. How we get out, I don't know. Right. Patrols crisscross the valley before you, a web of torchlight and fires. So intent is your focus on their movements that you do not immediately perceive the enemy that is presently upon you. Sounds like we're going to get attacked. Yeah. Right. Another Orc Hunter. Use the same figure. That pops up right next to where Legolas is. Okay, right, so Legolas used his first action to attack that, second action to move here. We've still got one movement point left, but if I move out of here, I'm going to provoke the attack from this. Now that might sound really bad, but if I provoke him, he's then exhausted, and then he won't actually attack me normally. But it means I miss this search token. So I think Legolas is probably just going to end his turn there. I think so. Yeah, I think that will be it for Legolas, and we'll carry on next time. So I am going to go to the app, and I am going to say end the action phase. Shadow phase. A T phase, actually. Right, both characters gain 1 inspiration. Legolas is on 3, Gimli's on 2. Right, so the Orc Hunter attacks Legolas with range, doesn't need to move. So let's see what happens to Legolas. He's getting shot by the Orc Hunter. An Orc arrowhead is glistening with a vicious liquid. So Wisdom negates, and it's going to be 2 damage and 1 fear. And if I suffer any damage from this attack, discard determined. If you cannot, gain 1 weakness and shuffle it into your deck. Right. Okay. So, Wisdom negates. So Legolas has got 3 wisdom, so we're trying to negate the damage. And we have the Fangorn Cloak. So before I suffer damage or fear, I can spend an inspiration to prevent one of it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we get. Right, we've got 1 success there. I am going to buy a second success with that. So I'm down to taking 1 damage, or 1 damage or 1 fear. And then I'm going to use the Fangorn Cloak to prevent the damage with that. Or I could just take the fear. No, actually, right now, I think... Do we just take the fear? Keep the inspiration? Yeah, I think I'm going to risk it. I'm not going to spend the inspiration. I'm not going to use the Fangorn Cloak, so I'm going to suffer 1 fear. The reason for that is Legolas can actually take 6 fear, and none of this is outside. None of the rest of the scenario is outside. So I think we'll be okay with that, he says. So Legolas is suffering 1 fear. Get the fear deck. So when Mark has posted and said XSplit greater than OBS, yeah, what he means is XSplit has gone and has been replaced by Streamlabs OBS. And yes, yeah, spent all of last night and all of this morning learning it and setting it up. And thank you very much to everybody for your help with that. Obviously, it's working fine. No crashes. Chat is working. We're all good. I don't want to speak too soon. But, right, the damage we've got is Gloom, flip this card face down, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. We're all good. That is the Orc done. Didn't take any damage. Took the 1 fear. Was a little bit scared. Darkness step. Each hero in darkness suffers. Nope, nobody's in darkness. Threat increases by 4. We're fine. Rally phase. Is it Scout 2? Yeah. So reset the deck and Scout 2. And then the action phase. Okay, so let's reset our decks. Really enjoying this game. I think Ian said yesterday there's going to be something like 12 to 14 chapters. And we're doing 6 and 7 today. So by the end of today, we will probably be halfway through the campaign. This is just the core set. It's just the base game. I don't have any of the expansions. I am probably, and I can't see why I wouldn't, buy the DLC expansion for this game, because what it does is it adds another campaign with no more physical requirements. You don't need anything extra physical. You just pay like £5 or £6, and you get the DLC expansion for the game, which is a whole new campaign. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that. And then there is the Shadow Paths expansion as well, which I've contacted Asmodee and FFG about to see if they want me to cover that on the channel. We will see what they say. Right, okay, so here we go. We're going to Scout 2 for Legolas. We've got Tireless and Clever Wit. Now, I quite like Tireless. Based on where we are at the moment with what's going on here, I think we're going to put Tyrus into play and we're going to put Clever Wit on top of the deck. Okay, and Gimli scouts 2 and gets Kinship and Stone Talker. Now, Stone Talker is the title. So Gimli gained 2 titles in Chapter 5. Those titles now go into the deck. So I think we're going to take that, we're going to put it into play, and I'm going to put Kinship to the bottom of the deck. So I need to remember I've got this. During my turn, I can remove this skill from the adventure to choose a space and apply stun to each enemy group in that space. You get it back at the end of the adventure, I believe. Will I do a live playthrough of the expansion? I'd love to, but as you know, how long is it going to take me to do live streams of this entire campaign? I mean, it was 4 hours yesterday, 2 chapters, so it's probably going to be about 20 to 25 hours. I don't have 20 to 25 hours free to do it. So I'd love to do it, but it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time investment. And obviously, for a non-sponsored video, yeah, I have to limit the amount of time that I spend on non-sponsored videos. Obviously, January's special because I'm taking the month off, sort of. Right, we've done that. We've done that. We have scouted 2. We are ready to go. We're in the action phase. So let's do Legolas first. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot this orc here. Yeah, so Legolas is going to shoot this orc. We're going to do an agility test. 2, 3, 4. We have got only 1 success. And if we have a look at the orc, it's probably the same as before. Yes. So we're going to need to do 6 damage to it. So we're going to need 3 successes. Which I can do. I can spend my 2 inspiration to buy 2 extra successes. That is 3 successes. Yeah. Is the audio particularly good today? I've not checked. Well, no, I have changed something because I'm using the new streaming software. I've got noise suppression enabled, and I've got noise gate enabled. I'm using the default settings. If you say it sounds good, we're all right. So that is the orc dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with cleave. Done. Killed it, gaining inspiration. Awesome. Right. So we get 1 of those inspiration back. Orc is dead. Shot in the knee with an arrow. That is Legolas's first action. Right. Legolas's second action is going to be to interact with this hole, which is this here. Oh no, it's a guide stone. A guide stone waits precariously on the crumbling edge of a ridge. Right. Okay. You work your way towards the stone along the fragile ridge. Just remember not to look down. Don't look down. Right, okay, so we're testing... What are we testing? We're testing spirit. Now we only have 2 spirit, so we only need 1 success. Let's see what we get. Okay, no successes, but I can buy a success with my 1 remaining inspiration. Living on the edge. We passed, just. You reach the guide stone, careful to keep your balance on the unsteady ledge. You find that it is covered in Kurth. Is it Kurth or Surth? I'll say Kurth. Elven runes passed on to men and dwarves. The words on this guide stone are dwarven, you think, giving directions to nearby dwarven halls. Lore increases by 1. Discard the search token. And that lore is really useful because it's that lore that is allowing us to upgrade our equipment. Although, the upgrades that you get are fairly minor. I was really excited when I got this new equipment, and then I read it and I was like, okay, that's not much better. It's a little bit better. A little bit better. Right, so that is Legolas's 2 actions done. However, we've got Tyrus in play. At the end of your turn, you may discard this skill to perform an action that you have not performed this turn, which is to move. So Legolas is going to go 1 to here. And then, do I go here? Yeah, let's go this way around. I'm going to go here. So 302A. We are scouting this area here. A steep hill has a winding track worn into its side for travellers such as yourselves. Discard the exploration token, gain an inspiration. Okay, now what have we got on here? We have another guide stone, clearly shaped by tools, rests face down just off the path. There goes there. And that's it. Okay, so that's all we've got. That is Legolas done, 2 actions and the extra one spent. Done. We don't want to move any extra, do we? No. No, I think we're all good. Right, Gimli. So Gimli's first action is to move. And we're going to move from here into here. Which means we're exploring this area, I believe. Yep, 308A. The deep lake reflects the sky overhead, and the looming hills have hidden things beneath their soil. An ancient spiral of stairs descends into the earth, carved into an even older cave. Just outside, a carving in the stone warns of danger. Warning. So that is where Gimli is. I wonder what Gimli's going to do. And he continues. Right, okay, so that is Gimli's first action. 1 movement point. I think we're going to interrupt its movement. We're going to interact with this search token here. An ancient spiral of stairs. Yeah, we've done that. We're going to search it. Stepping lightly down the worn stairs, you come to a winding passage. Holes in the floor, slots in the walls, and dark recesses in the ceiling warn of traps of every kind. Navigating the deadly hall will take long and careful work, or extreme luck. Okay, so run it or proceed carefully. Well, running it seems more in line with Gimli, but to be honest, that seems foolish and dangerous. It did say gain 1 inspiration. Yeah, Gimli has now got 3 inspiration. Basically, every time you explore, I'll just share this. Every time you explore, you get the exploration token, you flip it over, and you get it as inspiration. So, yeah, I'm kind of not going to say that each time, but yeah, every time you explore, you gain 1 exploration. So, what are we going to do? Mark is saying run. What does everybody else think? So now it will take long and careful work or extreme luck. I guess if we run it, it'll be quick. Giblox is saying run as well. That's 2 people in the chat telling me I should run it. 3 people in the chat telling me I should run it. 4 people in the chat. Right, okay, right. It's unanimous. We're going to run it. 5. You've just got it in for me, haven't you? You spring forward. Right, remember, it's too late now, but remember for next time, Gimli's agility is 1, okay? Just to remind you. You spring forward, sidestepping the first blade, jumping the collapsing floor, then you're in the thick of it. So we need to test agility. All right, I'll say again, Gimli's agility is 1. So we are going to do our agility test. Very short, very dangerous over short distances. Love it. We can buy 1 success. We can if we want to, so we will. All right, it's all going to be moot. It's 1 success. Not going to be enough. 2 more blades cycle out from the wall on either side. Ducking both, you roll forward and are met by a jagged block of stone. That should be met by a jagged block of stone, swinging down for the ceiling. Should be from the ceiling. It's a little bit disappointing. There are still typos in this. The blow hefts you into the air, and your bloodied body lands back where you started. So for 4 damage, and then flip 2 damage face up. Right, okay. Now we know who we've got to blame for this. Not me, because I would have gone carefully. He says. Right, 4 damage. First damage is weariness. Flip the card face down. Second damage, knocked prone. Your deplete one of your trinkets. He doesn't have one. And discard one prepared card. Then discard this card. Right, we're going to discard Stone Talker. It's fine. And then discard this card. Okay, so that's them. Third damage is Dazed. Keep this card face up. Before you interact with a threat token, you must spend an inspiration. Okay. And then fourth damage is Entangled. Keep this card face up. When you perform the travel action, move one fewer space. But after you rest, flip this card face down. I don't think Gimli can rest. So this is a problem. And then we flip damage face up, but that's this one, which tells us to flip it back face down again. Right, so Gimli is Entangled and Dazed. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Right, so we've done that, and we're back where we started. So, I don't think Gimli's going to do that again. I think we need to get Legolas over there to do the agility check. Yeah. So where were we on Gimli's turn? Because Gimli moved one, interacted. We've still got one movement point left, but now that Gimli's entangled, when you perform the travel action, move one fewer space. I guess technically I've already chosen the travel action, but I'm going to rule it that Gimli can't move again this round. That seems more thematic. So we have the Endless Melody. Are we going to use the Endless Melody? No, we're not, because we've no songs in the discard pile. So I think that's it. I think that is the end of the round. So yeah, we're going to go to the end of the action phase. Both gain inspiration in the shadow phase. Again, that's the adventure mode rules. Nobody's in darkness. Threat increases by 4. There's no bad guys. And then the rally phase. So we're scouting 2, and then we go to the action phase. Okay, so let's do Legolas. Now, the good thing is today, yesterday I wanted to finish at 5 because I was cooking dinner. Didn't finish till 6. So by the time we'd cooked dinner, we didn't eat till like 7:30, and we were both very, very hungry. We're having the same thing tonight. It was actually something called keema pie from a new recipe book that Vicky's got. So yeah, we made that together last night, but we've still got that to finish. So tonight, no cooking needed. We're just going to finish the keema pie that we cooked yesterday. So yeah, never had keema pie. Completely new recipe, and it was really nice. Very spicy. Very, very spicy. Right, we have Paths Unseen. Now that's awesome for getting Gimli to teleport to our direction. But we actually want it the other way around. We need to get Legolas over there. We need to heal Gimli of this. We need Gimli to rest somehow, and I don't know how you can rest without a card that says rest. So I think I'm going to put Paths Unseen into... Oh, no. No, I'm going to put that on top of the deck because it's got a success icon on it. It's a shame that the really good cards have success icons on them. Beef or lamb keema pie? It was minced beef. Yeah. Minced beef from our local butchers. We've got a really good butchers in the town centre. So, and we live really near the town centre, so it's just up the road. Yeah, really good local butcher. Okay, so scouting 2 for Gimli. Desperately looking for rest cards, but I don't think there's any in here. Yeah, I still don't fully understand kinship. Somebody did try to explain it to me. You may discard before a nearby hero test. So not me, a nearby hero. You may discard this skill for that hero, so can't do that. And if they are a dwarf, you may scout 1. So yeah, so I still don't understand how kinship works. If they are a dwarf, oh yeah, if they are a dwarf, you may scout 1. They can't be a dwarf. That's the thing. There's only one dwarf in the core set. Somebody said there might be cards later on that work for it. We'll see. We'll see. Right, I'm going to put Fury into play. And off we go. We are now in the action phase. So, Yeah, keema pie is basically it's like shepherd's pie, but with keema meat instead of, and it has carrots, it has peas, it has onions, it has minced beef, it has beef stock, it has all of the stuff that you'd normally find in a cottage pie. It has the potato topping, but it has peppers in there, and it has some spices. That's the only difference, really. But it was really nice, really nice. Right, action phase. What we're going to do? We don't want Gimli to do this because this is an agility test. We know that. So I think we're going to send Gimli off exploring over here on his own. So Gimli's first action is to move, and Gimli only moves one now because he's entangled. This is terrible. Gimli is going to be so slow for this whole game. Right, we're going here. We're exploring here. A river runs swiftly through the rolling hill land, and several ancient stone pillars stand vigil next to the rapids. It's got the... Again, I'm not going to read that line, but it's always the same. It's always discard it and gain an inspiration, which Gimli can't have because he was at 3. That was a waste. Bad play, Paul. A quartet of howls, each with its own sunken tone, echoes through the area. Place a threat token as indicated. It would be a threat token, wouldn't it? The thing that Gimli can't do anything... Well, he can do something about. But yeah, the problem is, because Gimli has got this dazed, before I interact with the threat token, I must spend 1 inspiration. But I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that is what we're going to do. Neely's here. Right, so kinship and the lack of dwarves. There is a title that gives others the dwarf trait, and the new expansion looking forward. Yeah, okay. So there's a title that makes you a dwarf. Yeah. On its own, though, the card seems very weak. It's not even got any success on the top left. So, yeah, we are going to interact with the threat token, which means I have to discard an inspiration first. But off we go. We're going to interact with this, which is the howls. Once again, you attempt to close in on the pack of wolves that has been following you. What do you mean, once again? This is the first time. Right, we have 3 options. We can't do this one because we're not an elf. We can lead them away or confront them. I think Gimli's a bit fed up because he's entangled, he's dazed, he's got this nice new axe. I think we're going to confront them. Oh, like an honorary degree from Dwarf University. Yes, exactly like that. Congratulations, you are now a dwarf. But I'm 7'3". No, you are a dwarf. Right, we are confronting the wolves. You locate the pack, and the largest wolf steps forward with a somber expression. Its muscles are tense, its teeth are bared, and it lowers its head as it closes the distance. It snaps and misses. You attempt a quick and wild counter. It nips, you kick. Again and again, it strikes and you strike back. Then, without warning, it is upon you, its teeth sinking into your shoulder. Right, we need to test might. So we need 2 successes. Thankfully, Gimli's might is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Purple carrot. Yeah. Okay, so we have got 1 success and I'm going to buy another one. There you go. I have the 2 successes needed. So we pass the test. With a single desperate blow, you strike the wolf aside of the head. Its limp body slumps over you and the powerful jaw releases. Pushing the carcass off you, you stand, ready to be swarmed by the others. However, they only give you long, reverent looks, and then disappear into the undergrowth. Threat decreases by 4, suffer 2 damage, discard the threat token. Okay, so we're going to suffer 2 damage. Now, Gimli has already taken 3 damage. And we're taking 2 more. So the first damage is crushed. Deplete one of your things without resolving its effects, then flip this card face down. Okay. And weariness, flip this card face down. Right, so just as a recap, we've just started. Well, we haven't just started, but we're not that far in. And Gimli has taken 5 damage, and he can only take 6. So, yes. Okay, right. Well, that's the breaks. Discard the search token. We got another title. Gimli of many titles. Nevertheless, you cannot help but believe that the wolves are never far away. You don't hear their howls or see their slinking shapes, but their presence is always with you. Select a hero to gain the Pack Dweller title. So it doesn't have to be Gimli, but I think it probably should be Gimli. Because, you know, thematically. Pack Dweller Gimli. After you strike with this skill, remove it from the adventure, strike 3. Okay. That goes into play. That gets prepped. That is now an extra card Gimli has in play. And we're going to select Gimli to get Pack Dweller. Right, that is it for Gimli's turn. Gimli did 2 actions. They didn't track. Moved 1. And interacted with the threat token. Right, so Legolas. We definitely want to do this. And because we're playing on adventure mode, I'm kind of not rushed to get rid of these. But there is nothing here. There's so little combat in this game. I thought there was going to be a lot. There was quite a lot in the first scenario. And I think in the second. But since then, we've not really had much combat. I don't mind. I'm just saying there are a lot of other games where it's just combat after combat after combat. It's a big part of it. In this, the combat doesn't seem to be that much of a big part. Which, as I say, is fine. 1, 2, 3. We can get there. We can absolutely get there. So yeah, my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to spend an inspiration to move. To move 1 space without provoking attacks. Okay. Then my first action is going to be to actually move. And then my second action is going to interact with this search token and show Gimli how it's done. Right. This time we're going to run it. Okay, because we know that is an agility test. There are musician cards with rest, but I don't think I've got them in. No, I don't think I do. So we're going to run it. And we're going to test agility. Right, okay, so Legolas has got 4 agility. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we do better. Okay, adventure mode is stunting the spawn somewhat compared... Oh, yeah, because what adventure mode is doing, adventure mode is reducing the amount of threat that's generated. And generally speaking, when the threat reaches a new thing, more bad guys will appear. So, yeah. Anyway, right, we are this one. Here we go. 4 agility. Okay, I've got, unfortunately, just 1 success, and I'm going to buy 1 more success. Okay, so it's only 2 successes. Not that good. The death trap is perfectly designed and constructed, never offering a moment of rest or consideration. You are near the far end when you realise the mechanisms are guiding you into an unavoidable convergence of blade and stone. You have but a moment to decide. Push forward or back out. Ooh. Aneely's reminding me I can swap cards in and out between missions. Yes, I did that. I'm respeccing my characters each time. Of course, first time round, you don't know what you're going to face. I think we're going to take the hit, because Legolas is not damaged. So we're going to take the hit. James agrees. Throwing caution aside, you spring forward, hoping to bypass the master stroke before it can trigger. This, too, the architect had planned for. Oh no. Get that. 4 damage and 2 fear. You know what I said earlier on about not replaying scenarios? Wow. 4 damage, right. Weariness is flipped face down. Let's put this one on. Weariness is flipped face down. Maybe consider some of the healing cards. Yes, I actually have a card in there which I think is a healing card. Another weariness. Another weariness. And putrid boils. Each nearby hero flips a fear card face up. Doesn't have any. Then flip this card face down. Okay, so that's the 4 damage. Legolas has to make a last stand. Because he's taken 4 damage, he's only got 4 damage. Yeah, too easy. Not too easy at all. I needed more inspiration. And also 2 fear. Yeah. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down fear. I will discard 2 prepared cards. Very much. And Paranoia. If there is a nearby hero, there is, discard 1 prepared card. I don't have a prepared card, then flip this card face down. Right. So Legolas has to make a last stand in a minute. But we land on the far side of the death trap. Pushing open the old stone door, you hear the mechanisms disarm behind you. Within, a small room awaits. Do we have an action left? I don't think we have an action, do we? Oh, we do, yeah, because the other things were not actions. Okay. The stones of the room seem untouched by the years, polished granite somehow gleaming in the heart of the earth. In the centre of the room is a cairn of treasure, and one item in particular seems suited to your quest. Gain the Wingfoot title and immediately prepare it, then discard this search token. Okay, so we've gained the Wingfoot title. These titles are coming out now aplenty. What does Wingfoot do? After you sprint with this skill, remove it from the game. It's got sprint 3, so basically it's 3 movement. You could have done Gimli having that. Okay. Last stand halts your turn. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Where is the rulebook? I mean, it probably should do, thematically. Anyway, I've done it now. Last stand, 54. Multiple at once. Process. 54. Last stand. After a hero suffers... Select the party. During the last stand, the app instructs you... yeah, I'm kind of skim reading it. Yeah, not seeing anything there, but let me know. Chat delay is a killer. It's about an 8-second chat delay. Gareth, are you definitely watching it live? Or have you rewound it a little bit? You might have rewound it a couple of minutes, so you might not be watching it live. Right, so we're going to do that. Which hero gained the title? It was Legolas. Oh, and we've gained the Weathertop Torch. You or a nearby hero may immediately equip it. Ooh, right. It's an item. Where? It's a trinket. Sorry. Where's my pile of trinkets? Here's my pile of trinkets. So we need the Weathertop Torch. Now, is it the last one in the... I've got the torch, an old map, Hobbit rations, Weathertop Torch. Right, okay, we have a Weathertop Torch. You and other heroes in your space ignore darkness. If you attack an enemy in your space, you may deplete this item to add Pierce or Smite. Okay, well, we're going to give it to Legolas. Because it's Legolas that found it. Can a character have multiple trinkets? I think they can. Okay, right. Now we're going to do the last stand. Yeah, which we possibly should have done. That is a good ruling question for us to look up afterwards. Would that last stand have actually prevented that from happening? So we click on there, Legolas, last stand. It is due to damage. We need to make a might test of 1. Now, Legolas's might is only 2, and we've not got any inspiration. This might be it. This might be a very quick ending for Legolas. Now, we were lucky last time this happened. Let's see what happens. Got a success. We got it. We got it. We passed. Just. So discard all face down damage, which is all of it. Continue the adventure. Oh, gain an inspiration and continue the adventure. See, why is there a 2 on there? Because he's only died once. Why is there a 2? I don't know. Anyway, gained an inspiration. That is Legolas's turn done. That was Gimli's turn done. We are now done. I mean, we could sprint 3. But I think I'm going to keep that. We're not in any big rush, are we? No. Okay, well that's changed things a bit. Surviving that and removing all of that damage has actually really helped. Okay. Oh, what's this? Chronicle. Oh, it's just stuff. And items. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we're done. End of the action phase. Shadow phase. Both characters gaining inspiration. And threat goes up. Oh, darkness step. There is no darkness. Threat goes up by 4. Yeah, that threat would be going up a lot more. Level of difficulty of the next stand? Question mark. It could be. Oh, next test we'll need 2 successes. Right. Okay. It's a bit odd though. Skull 2. Okay. So yeah, so we only needed 1 that time. We'll need 2 next time. Okay. It's a shame there isn't something between adventure mode and normal mode, because there are parts of adventure mode that I'm finding good. And I don't think I can change it now to normal mode, but I do think the threat should be going up faster. It is definitely giving us more time. He says, characters almost just died, and here's me saying, oh, the game's a bit too easy. It's not. 1, 2. Right. Okay, what are we going to scout? We are going to put honed agility in play and followed on the bottom of the deck. Right. Gimli! Gimli needs to heal this damage. On shuffle now. How are we doing for time? 3:15, so we've been going for an hour. I mean, I'm planning for an hour and a half per scenario, but I don't know, that might not be enough. We will see. We'll see how we get on. Right. We have the Lay of Nimrodel. Now, this is a new card I've put in, which heals damage. Now I've drawn it. Oh, and I've got a rest card. I have. So Gimli's number 1 card has got rest on it. So I absolutely have to put that into play. That's going to go on top of the deck. Which one am I going to replace? I'm going to replace Endless Melody because that's not very good. Okay. There you go. That is in play. Nice. BGG says that the skulls in the last stand indicate how many successes you need next time you do a last stand. Yes, so that's what Neil and Ian were saying. It's just a bit odd for it to put that. I don't know. I'm thinking of the intuitive nature of what Skull 2 means for me. It means I've died twice. Anyway, we are done. We are, I believe, on the next round. So, Gimli's going to go first. And Gimli's going to spend his first action to move. And we're only going to be able to move 1, so we'll move to there. And that is exploring this tile here. A section of the woodland has been lightly inhabited with a campsite and grave markers the only signs left behind. A small cairn of stones is draped with green garlands. And an orc sentry stands beneath a ridge that could afford you an avenue of attack. Threat token there, search token there, and an orc sentry stands, its back towards you. This could be the perfect chance to attack. So we have 2 threat tokens. Okay, right. So threat token there, a threat token there, and a search token there. Okay, that was Gimli's first action. So Gimli's second action is going to be to interact with this threat token, but I need to discard an inspiration because of my dazed effect. I'm just looking at my other stuff here. Yeah, I think that's right. Don't forget to rest. I will. So rest is discard at the end of the turn to discard 2 face down damage or threat. So yeah, rest. Must remember to rest. How am I going to remember to rest at the end of the round? I'm going to put this cup of tea there. That'll remind me. Maybe I'll put it there. Okay, so, yeah, Gimli is interacting with this threat token here. We're going to eliminate the sentry. The orc is unaware of your presence behind it when you attack, but a reinforced band of armour catches the otherwise mortal blow. Its long arm, knotted with muscles and scars, reaches back, grabs hold of you, and flips you forward. You land on your back, and the orc looms over you with a wicked sneer and unsheathed blade. We need to test might. Now this is good because Gimli has 4 might. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have got 2 successes, and I can buy more if I need to. I think 2 successes is probably going to be okay. But I might err on the side of caution. Yeah, I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to spend an inspiration to give me 3 successes. Just because I'm scared. So, 1, 2, 3. You kick out at its back leg, setting it off balance but not bringing it down. Immediately, you pull your heel back into the orc's knee. Falls forward, its blade sinking into the ground beside you. Again and again, you strike out, not allowing it to recover. At last, you get your weapon in hand and finish the sentry off. Discard the threat token. Nice. Got it. As you hide the evidence of your passage, you notice a leather map case where the sentry stood. You unfurl the parchment inside to reveal a map of ancient Arnor before its collapse thousands of years ago. The path along which Atarin's army now marches is marked in fresh ink, travelling from Fornost to the west, across the Brandywine and into Anuminas, Arnor's one-time capital. Atarin seeks something along the ruins of Anuminas. Anuminas. Yeah, Anuminas. 3 is usually the sweet spot to aim for. Okay, so that's good. Lore increases by 1. Standing where the orc was posted, you turn your gaze towards your surroundings. What was the orc guarding? A sparse path stretches out before you, overgrown and meandering. Without careful consideration, and perhaps the assistance of others, the way is uncertain, if there is a way to be found at all. A new search token has appeared. It's appeared here. Right. Okay. Trinkets have a cap of 1 per character. Yes, but that's at the start. Yeah, during the adventure you can gain more. I did read that this morning. Okay, so Gimli moved. Gimli interacted with the search token. At the end of Gimli's turn, we're going to use this token here to remind us that we're going to rest. So I'm discarding this to discard 2 face-down damage. There you go. 2 face-down damage, and because we've rested, the Entangled gets flipped face-down. Okay, you can't see this happening, but here it is. So I've discarded 2 face-down damage, and I've flipped Entangled face-down. So Gimli has now only taken 3 damage out of a possible 6. You see that? No, you can't quite see that. Let's move it across a bit. There we go. Yeah, so 3 damage out of a possible 6. And that is that discarded. Right, anything else we want to do at the end of the turn? We haven't actually done a proper attack yet. So no, that's Gimli's turn's done. Right, so Legolas. I don't know what's down here. There's a whole load of stuff down here, but there's a whole load of stuff over here as well. I don't know whether we should go down here. You know, do we leave Gimli on his own up there? Got 2 inspiration. I mean, this was definitely something. This might be the end of the adventure here. So, first action is going to be to move. And then second action is going to interact with that. So I've still got a movement left. Another thing I need to track. So we are interacting with this, which, yeah, so it says escape. Okay, this might be it. You hurry down the path for some time, attempting to gain your bearings. Test wisdom. Add 1 success for each nearby hero. Okay, so nearby heroes. Gimli's not nearby. Okay, there is an area in between us. So I'm testing wisdom, and I need 3 successes. So the chance of this working is actually quite slim. Because his wisdom is only 3, and I need 3 successes. Okay, there you go. I got 3 successes. So the chances is quite slim. I totally did it. 2 successes, plus I'm buying 1. There we go. We passed the test. You begin to recognise small landmarks, hints to your current position. As the landmarks grow closer, however, you realise you are headed back in the direction you came. Dismayed at the false lead and lost time, you turn back. Oh, it wasn't real. It was a dream. Figment of my imagination. Right. A great roar echoes from the cave in which you recently hid. The hulking form of a great troll swings wildly all about it, hurling orcs like dolls. Broken and unattended chains swing from its arms and neck. An orc with a whip shouts to his band of orcs and goblins, "Get Uluk back under control, or Atarin will have our heads." The troll takes a few strides towards the entrance and lets out another howl. Right, we have a problem here, because I haven't painted this yet. So I'm going to have to stop the stream, I'm afraid. I can't play with an unpainted figure. Terrible. Now, we're going to have to... Unfortunately, yeah, I didn't get round to painting this in time. So, that's a shame. It will get painted at some point, probably this weekend. I've just noticed I'm a little bit transparent, aren't I? It's this new green screen filter that I'm using. Yeah. So unfortunately, not been painted yet. Has been undercoated and dry brushed, so that's my undercoating method. Still looks pretty ugly. But, yeah, there we go. Ian's popping over. Yeah, pop over. What, and paint this for me? Or bring your painted one? So this is going here. Yeah, so this is Uluk. Right, okay, so that was Legolas's... Legolas has 1 movement left. Well, I don't know. I might just move to here. Yeah, we'll move to here and turn around to face, yeah, live painting and cooking stream. No, but the cooking yesterday was quite good. I'm trying to do more cooking in January, obviously, because, yeah, I haven't really done anything like that in the last year because of the work situation. But, yeah, January was the time when I thought I'm going to do more cooking in the house. And, yeah, it's working quite well. So, that's it. We are done. End of the round. I think end of the round. Yes, end of the round. Remove the action markers. Shadow phase. So the hill troll is an elite enemy. We'll just remember it's an elite enemy. Each hero gains an inspiration. Nice. So the great troll Uluk pulls against its chains and the orcs that try to rein it in. Move 1 and attack Gimli or closest hero. It doesn't have a target. There isn't actually a target within range. I was thinking that's why Legolas moved away, because it might have moved 2, but it's actually 1, 2, 3 away from both of us. So it's got no target. So we say no target. Uluk strides forward in pursuit of a worthy foe. Move 2 spaces toward the closest hero. Okay, so that is bash, bash. There you go. Done. Threat goes up. Darkness. Nobody's in darkness. Nope. Threat increases by 5. I think it's 2 per character plus 1 for the threat token. Rally phase. Right, before we go to the rally phase, I'm just going to look at... Here we go. Wow! Look at that! 23 health and 4 armor. And yes, James, they have a troll. I was waiting for that quote. So train for battle. It's got extra health and extra armor. Right, okay, it's got 23 health and 4 armor. We're going to need Sunder. We are definitely going to need Sunder, which gradually destroys the armor. Thankfully, Gimli's battle axe has the Sunder ability. So that's going to be absolutely vital to Surda. Right, we are scouting. This is good, this. I'm enjoying this. If you hadn't realised. In fact, I'd go so far as saying this is probably one of my top 10 games of 2019. Neil says, run! Oh, we're going to need a bigger bolt. We're going to need a bigger axe. Right, okay, so Legolas is scouting 2. Yeah, it's a good job both heroes hasn't been injured. Well, Legolas is fine. Legolas has got no damage whatsoever. It's Gimli who's half dead. Right, we've got Keen Eyes and we've got Ambush. These are actually both got Strike 2. So they're actually both good. But I think right now, I don't think it actually matters because I'm going to use it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because I'm actually going to use it for the attack. I'm going to use it for its Strike 2 ability. We need to get this hill troll down. Okay, so the exit is not this way. Well, it might be. The exit still might be here. We don't know. I suspect it's probably down here. But I can't go all the way down here without searching that. I'm going to have to search that. Okay, so scouting 2 for Gimli. Well, we have the Tale of Tenuvial and we have the rubbish card. The rubbish card is bottom of the deck. Tale of Tenuvial is going in play. During your turn, you may discard this skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each discard 1 damage or 1 fear, then scout 3. Brilliant. Yes. And it doesn't say discard a face down 1. So Tale of Tenuvial just says discard a damage or a fear. So I think I can discard a face up 1. I think. Okay, right. So it is my go. And I think Gimli's going to go first. Gimli's going to go first, and we are going to use the Tale of Tenuvial right away. So we're going to discard the Dazed, and Legolas is going to discard... Now, I'm discarding one of Legolas's fear cards. Do I discard at random, or can I look at them and choose which one I want to discard? Because there are certain ones here that I would prefer to get rid of. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you know. If I am discarding a fear card that's face down, do I discard at random? Or can I choose? Neil thinks random. What's the official ruling on it? Is there an official ruling? There should be an official ruling, because surely that's been asked. So, if I can't choose, if it is at random, it's that one. Keep an eye on the chat. See if anybody says anything else. Right. So that's the Tale of Tenuvial sort of done. I then get to scout 3. 1, 2, 3. People might be searching BGG. Thank you in advance if you are searching BGG. All interactions with face down are supposed to be random. Oh no. All interactions with face down are not supposed to be known. Yes. Oh, Fire Giver. I can add a modifier of my choice. So I could actually add stun. I'm going to put Fire Giver in play. We're going to put Travelling Song on top of the deck and Endless Melody on the bottom of the deck. There you go. Right. So that was the Tale of Tenuvial. Now what we're going to do is Gimli is going to move 1. Charge. And attack. Yeah, we're going to attack. Second action, attack. We've still got 1 movement point left after this, if we choose to use it, but we might not. Yeah, we might not. Okay. It's still a bit dark, isn't it? I'm not going to fiddle with it now, but I might fiddle with it after this one. I was looking at some kind of side lighting that came in from the edge of the table. Then I got other lighting, and I thought that would be okay. But now it's just really dark. Anyway, Gimli's attacking. We have an attack of 4. And we've got a strike 2 here. We've got a strike 3 here. And we've got a fire giver, which will allow me to add the modifier of my choice. Okay, so we've got all sorts of good fancy skills here. Put the damage over there and put the skills here so you can see them. There you go. Right. So we've got 2 successes naturally. I'm going to spend an inspiration for a 3rd success. That is 3 successes. Because of my ability, I can put 1 card on top of my deck. That's 3 successes. I am going to use those 3 successes to get 8 hits with Sunder. Okay. And then I am going to discard Restless Axe and Pack Dweller for another 5 hits. Pack Dweller goes out of the adventure. Restless Axe goes to the discard pile. So what was that? 8 hits, 9, 10, 11, 13 hits with Sunder. Think. Right, let's go to the app. Let's hit him. Attack. So 13 hits with Sunder, and I can discard the Fire Giver to put one of these things on it. Which one do I want to put on it? I don't know what lethal does. I'm gonna have to read what lethal does. Lethal. Probably say C modifiers. Lethal, 59.6. 59.6. Modifiers lethal. If an enemy's remaining health is halved during an attack, and the lethal modifier is applied, that enemy is defeated. Okay, you found the rule. Thank you very much. Yeah, lethal kills if over half health. So I think that's it. I think we've done it. Yeah, we've done it. Wow. Have we done it? Was that... Was that right? No, maybe we didn't do it. Okay, we needed 1 more damage. So I didn't put lethal on it. I put stun on it. Now, what does stun mean? That's the problem with the app, is there's no undo button. So we'll say we didn't put lethal on it. We put stun on it instead. And does that mean it can't attack me? Because it's... if the stun modifier is applied to an enemy group, that enemy is exhausted. And if the group is elite, it cannot counter-attack. Okay, so let's say we put stun on it instead, which means the enemy cannot counter-attack. And I'm going to hit it again, and I'm going to put stun on it. There you go. So it's stunned. Right, we fixed it. It was the fact that it had 23 health and we did 13 attack, but it had 3 armor. So yeah, it was my bad. I just didn't fully understand the interface there. Yeah, Ian is saying the armor isn't health, so the damage wasn't counted towards lethal. Anyway, we fixed it, we undid it, we didn't apply lethal, we applied stun instead. So it's stunned. Now, Gimli still has 1 movement point left. So I think we're actually going to move out of there. And because this is stunned, I can move out and not be hit by it. Okay? Which means now it's Legolas's turn. Legolas is going to attack. What's all these cards here? Oh, did we use all of our skills? Oh, I've got Fury. When you attack, you may spend any amount of inspiration to add an equal number of hits. I could have done it. If I'd have added 1 more hit... Oh... I forgot I had this card. If I had this card, it would be all over. Never mind. Never mind. Right. Legolas is going to attack first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have drawn... right, what do we need? We pretty much want 2 successes. 3 would be great, but 2 is what we really need. Oh, except it's got lots of armour. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill this now, are we? If I spent all 3, that would be 7, and then I can boost that to be 8, 9. But it's still got 3 points of armour. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 inspiration to add 1 to give me an extra success. That's 2 successes. 2 successes is 5 hits with cleave, and I'm going to discard the key knife for an extra 2. That is 7 hits with cleave. Not that cleave does anything. Right. Enemy cannot attack because it's stunned. And then we're going to attack it again. I've just realised I've got honed agility. Should have used that as well. I'll use that this time. So this time, yeah, so 1 success from this, another success from an inspiration, and a success from the honed agility. Gives me 3 successes, which is another 7 hits. So back to the app. Let's hit it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Enemy cannot attack. Right, that is it. That is the end of the action phase. The Legolas just shot it with arrows. Okay, so both characters get an inspiration. And I believe the enemy can't do anything because it's stunned. Oh! A whip snaps against the troll's back again and again, and finally the orcs regain control. No time to mess about, bellows the orc with the whip. Tarin doesn't want Uluk in the open. They guide Uluk back toward the caves, perhaps forcing it along some alternate subterranean route. Remove Uluk from the map. Oh, about to kill it. Didn't know that was going to happen. Right. The shadow deepens. Threat increases by 5. Even travelling with all the care and caution, Gimli is suddenly standing between 2 patrols. Neither has spotted Gimli yet. There is but a moment to escape, so Gimli has to test wisdom. Okay, Gimli is testing wisdom. Gimli's wisdom is only 2. What do we need? We need 2 successes. We've got 1 success on the card, and we can buy another one. So we have passed. Just. You flee with all haste, unseen for now. Right, rally phase, and then I guess action phase. Yep. Okay, right, so we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay. The hill troll disappeared. It's a shame. I think we would have been able to kill it. Well, we'd have definitely been able to kill it this round, because Legolas would have just shot it twice again. But yeah, I could have killed it last round if I'd have remembered that I had the Fury skill in play. Okay, lots of stuff going on, lots of things to keep track of. That was my bad. Right, we have Honed Instinct, which is an awesome, awesome card. So that is definitely going in play. The other ones are going on the bottom of the deck. Okay, Gimli. One, 2. And we have Ancient Wisdom going into play and the cut-off on the bottom of the deck. Right, next action phase. So we probably should do Legolas first and clear these 2 up over here. So, yeah, let's do that. First of all, let's do Legolas and let's interact with the threat token. Which is this, which is the orc. Yeah, stands with its back towards you. It is not until you draw close that you realise the orc is asleep on its feet, swaying slightly. As you close the gap, the creature teeters too far and, losing its balance, takes a sudden step that jars it awake. Its eyes grow wide, both from the start and from your sudden presence, but you are only a few steps away. Test agility. Right. It's a good test for Legolas. 4. We have 1 success and I can buy another one. I will buy another one. So, 2 successes. Is that enough? The orc turns and runs, howling with fear and spite. The cry is short-lived, but enough to raise the alarm. Far off in the valley, a horn sounds. Threat increases by 3. Okay, so that wasn't good. Standing where the orc was posted, you turn your gaze towards your surroundings. What was that orc guarding? Ahead is a sheer, jagged cliff that might afford you a high path out of the valley. Its ledges and crevices are few, and without aid, the precipice may prove unyielding. Okay, we have a possible other way out. It's there. Okay, so that was Legolas's first action. Legolas's second. I don't want to leave this untouched. So Legolas's second action is just going to be to move to there and forsake the remaining movement point, because I don't have any inspiration to do a free move. And I don't have any cards that give me a free move. So, now I do have these boots. I need to remember these boots. I can test agility instead of might. Oh, I definitely should have done that when I was about to die. Right, I need to remember that for next time. Next time Legolas is about to die, he's got these boots that basically convert an agility test into a might test, or vice versa. Right, okay, Gimli. Gimli's going to try and get out. So first action, move. Second action, interact with the search token, and I've still got 1 movement left. So we'll interact with it. Escape. Careful to avoid the blade-like scree, you journey parallel to the face until you find an area that may be traversable. Test agility. Yeah. That would be 1. And add 1 for each nearby hero. Okay, so I'm going to fail this. I'm going to reveal a card. It's pretty much irrelevant. Because, yeah, he's only got 1 agility, which means we've failed. The way is too treacherous, no doubt, but halfway up you find a shelf that grants you rest. When you continue your climb, the remaining ascent proves easy. At the top, however, you are Did I click pass? I think I clicked pass there, didn't I? Yes. I think... Oh, that was a misclick. I should have clicked fail. Because this all sounds... Yeah, I clicked pass. Okay, sorry. And I can't undo that. I've cheated. And there's nothing I can do. Right, okay. Apologies for that. We're going to have to move on. I tell you what, I won't gain the inspiration and I won't gain the scout one. That's how you win games, says Gareth. So, right. I'm not going to get the bonuses of that. And in fact, I am going to skip the rest of Gimli's turn because he's a big cheater. Not me, it was Gimli. Honestly. Yeah, my bad. Sorry for that. Okay, so end of the action phase. Shadow phase. Yeah, he probably should have fallen down and taken loads of damage or something. Get inspiration. No bad guys on the board. Threat goes up. Is it going to trigger? I think it is. Yes, it is. A group of Atarin's troops... I'm going to pronounce this guy's name differently every time. A group of Atarin's troops has picked up your trail and is set on bringing him your head. No doubt word of your interference has reached Atarin by now. A ruffian. We do have a ruffian. It's this one, right next to Gimli. Oh, and it's an elite one with a banner. And that's a banner we've not used before. Put that on the board. Right, rally phase, and then action phase. Okay, so we have a new ruffian on the board here. Yeah, right, this lighting is bothering me, so bear with us a minute. I am just going to try and move it a minute. Can't do anything about me being a ghost. Right. Now that's much better. Why didn't I have that earlier? That is much better. Yeah, that's much better. Now we are getting that problem with the green screen on here. But I can do that. Oh, there we go. That's that fixed as well. Yes. Right, there you go. Just fiddling around with the lighting. I'm not an expert in lighting or audio or anything like that. So I'm learning all the time. But that is much better. And while we're here, let me just go to my template and do this and do this. In fact, no, we can do it on, I think we can do it on this one. No, I can't do it on this one. Right, just bear with us a minute. While we're fiddling with the lighting, we're going to have a small break, and I'm just going to try and fix the green screenness on me. This is a bit tricky to do when I can't actually see it. So there you go. So I need to fiddle with this until it just disappears. The problem is if you do it too much, that happens. So there's a very fine line between it disappearing, because it's not an actual green screen that I've got. It's a piece of old green felt. Yeah. So there we go. How's that? That'll do for now, won't it? The important thing is this is a lot lighter. So yeah, that's good. Right. Anyway, where were we? We were about to scout. Of course, that lighting is a lot brighter as well because I've got a big bright light now right next to me. So there's the disadvantages. Yeah, this is all now super bright. We've got Ancient Wisdom and Unyielding Spirit. I'm going to take Ancient Wisdom and put in Yielding Spirit at the bottom of my deck. Okay, and oh no, in fact, I should have shuffled them in. Shuffle these in first. I look less see-through now. I do, don't I? Yeah, just that little adjustment on that bar can really change it. But yeah, the downside of this overhead camera is that there is now a huge bright light coming from this side, which as you can see is reflecting really a lot. Yeah, it's very bright. I can probably turn it down a little bit. And turn it down a bit and hopefully not lose anything on there. I've lost a bit on there. There we go. Right. How's that? Is that a bit better? Yeah, that's a bit better. And I'm also just going to chop off keyboard. Put that off there. There you go. Sorted out that. Cropped it a bit. So anyway, Legolas. We were scouting too. So we're going to put Paths Unseen into play. Which I seem to remember being quite good. And Ambush 2 is going to go on top of the deck. Right. Gimli. Gimli has drawn Time of Need and Pack Dweller. Didn't I use Pack Dweller? I did use Pack Dweller. Pack Dweller should not be in my deck. That should be out of my deck because that's a title. Titles, once you use them, go out of the adventure. And I also used Firegiver. So yeah, I'm cheating by putting them back in. Honed Agility or Time of Need. Let's put Time of Need into play and Honed Agility on top of the deck. Okay, right. We are ready to go, I believe, with the action phase. So, what are we going to do? Let's do Legolas first. Let's do Legolas first here with this search token. So Legolas's first action is to interact with the search token, is the small cairn of stones draped with green garlands. Testing spirit. The garlands are woven leaves and vines with a few blossoms dotting the verdant ropes. Cairn of stones is well balanced, stones polished and clean. The stubs of a few candles are melted into the ground around the array. So we are testing spirit. Spirit is 2. I need 1 success. Do I have anything that can boost? No. 1 success. And spend an inspiration to get the success. Okay, so we got the 1 success. We passed. This must be some sort of shrine or memorial. You light the candles and sit before the festoon stack. You empty your mind, then take a few slow breaths. You feel at peace here. Flip a fear face down or discard a face down fear. Okay, we're going to discard a face down fear. And then discard the search token. Right, so that is Legolas's first action. Legolas's second action is going to be to use Wingfoot, which is this title that I got. And I can sprint 3. So we go to there. So that's that removed from the game. And then second action is going to be to shoot the ruffian in the head. Now let's have a look at the ruffian, because it's an elite ruffian. It's huge. So it's got extra health and it's bloodthirsty. So when it attacks, its damage increases. We need to do 8 damage to it. Can we deal 8 damage to it? Let's have a look. After you sprint with this, or after you sprint, you can move an additional 1 space. Okay, I don't need to move an additional 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we get. Right, we need 8 damage. We've got none. We've got literally no successes at all. Yeah, no successes, and we've no inspiration. Well, that's a turn up for the books. We missed. Now, your skills with sprint have strike 2 and hide. This has sprint, so this has got strike 2, this has got strike 2. If I wanted to, I could discard both of these cards to do 4 hits. I don't think I want to. No, I don't want to. We're just going to rush in, ran so fast and missed, giving Gimli something to laugh about. So, it's now Gimli's turn. Gimli is going to, first action, is going to attack the ruffian. Oh, hang on a minute. I might need, yeah, I still need to do the attack back, don't I? We still attacked it, and we did no damage. But we still have to do this. Yeah. No hits. Can it attack back? Yes. Right, so this is on Legolas. So Legolas is doing a might test for taking 3 damage. So I'll remember this time. If you would test agility or might, you may deplete this item to test might or agility instead. Instead of testing might, we're going to use a token from the Greenway boots to test agility, and we've got 4 agility. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're taking 3 damage. If you attack and miss, can he attack back? I think so. Because I still attacked it, I just dealt no damage. And it attacks back. I think that's how it works. Neil Orion will confirm that. I've got no successes at all. Wow. So I take 3 damage. Yeah. 3 damage on Legolas. Okay. First damage on Legolas is concussion. Decrease each of your stats by 1, and at the end of your turn, flip this card face down. Okay. Second card is Deep Bruise. Discard 2 prepared cards, or suffer 2 face down damage. Ouch. I'm going to have to discard these 2 prepared cards. Then discard this card. Okay, at least that's not permanent damage. And then stunned. Flip a damage and a fear face up, then discard this card. So I flip this face up. If there is a nearby hero, discard 1 prepared card, then flip this face down. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is the end of my turn. So this card now gets flipped face down. That was not a good turn for Legolas. Not a good turn at all. Right, so Gimli. Let's show you how it's done. Gimli is going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 2 successes, and I'm going to buy a third one, which is 3 successes, which is 8 hits. 6 plus 3, 9 damage. Don't even need to do anything else. Yeah. App. Elite guy. 9 damage. Done. And I'm going to give the inspiration to Legolas. Because Gimli's got one, Legolas doesn't. Okay, that is the ruffian dealt with. Gimli still has a second action. So Gimli's second action is to move. Now, what was this? What was this token here? This token was that. Yeah, okay, we'll go there, I think. Although his movement is actually quite slow. So no, we're going to send Gimli moving and we're going to go into here. Okay, that is the end of the action phase. Shadow phase, both characters get an inspiration. Both characters now have 2 inspiration. There's no bad guys on the board. Nobody's in darkness. Threat goes up. Rally phase. And we're going to scout 2. Okay, you missed all of that because I didn't have it on there. But there you go. It's all normal stuff. Threat is now at 29. If it ever gets to 80, you lose the game immediately. But yeah, on adventure mode, it's tricky for that to happen. So, let's do Legolas. Let's do a scout 2. It's 4 o'clock already. We were going to do 2 chapters today. I don't know if I can do 2 chapters today because I have another stream tonight. Yeah, I think we might end up doing 1 chapter today. Which is a little disappointing, but based on the current time, I don't think I'm going to fit in a 2nd chapter. Because I've got some other stuff that I need to do before preparing for tonight, because I've got another game that I need to learn for tonight. So we got Trailblazer or Undying Might. I'm going to put Trailblazer into play, and Undying Might is going to go on top of the deck. Okay. Maybe I will start these earlier next time I do them. Maybe I'll start it at like 1:30 or something like that. 1:30 till 5:30. Because I'll be back next Tuesday afternoon for the next one of these. And yeah, maybe I'll start a little bit earlier. I was thinking maybe starting at 2 o'clock might get some additional viewers from America, but that's not working out. So yeah, I think I might start at 1:30. If you are watching from America, I know Matt, you're watching, but you were here at the start. Would you be able to join in at the start if it was 30 minutes earlier? We are going to put we'll put the honed agility in play, and we'll put the other one on top of the deck. Right. Okay, we've done that. We are in the action phase. Off we go. We're gonna do Gimli first. First action is we're going to move to here for 1 movement point, and then we're going to interact with. We're going to explore first. A small dog juts out into the water with an old barn nearby. Okay, Gimli is now on 3 inspiration. An orc sentry stands with a perfect vantage on the surrounding area. Right, okay, here we go. Another one. Okay, so where was Gimli? Gimli just moved to, which was the exploration, so doesn't actually have. Yeah, Gimli's just moved 2, hasn't he? Not 1. Because if he'd only moved one, we can also move to here. I can't remember where Gimli was. No, I think Gimli was there. Didn't Gimli attack the orc, kill it, and then move to here? Yeah, I think Gimli's only moved one space. Oh, Heather is here. There's a few of us watching. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, he moved one, so I've got one movement left for Gimli. So Gimli is going to move here. And then second action is going to be to interact with this threat token. Awesome. Right. So we're going to eliminate the sentry, or try to. You find a perch above the foul orc, but the beast is beyond your reach. If you can lure it but a few steps in your direction, we are testing wit. Okay, so wit is 2. 1, 2. And how many successes do we need? We don't know. We have 1 success if I buy it. So if you need 2 or 3, is it worth even buying 1? I'll tell you what I'm going to do... Oh, I've got time of need, but that seems such a waste. Yeah, go on. I'll buy 1 success. You never know. You never know. It might work. It's not going to work. Definitely not going to work. 1 success. Is that enough? Positioning yourself out of sight, you push a handful of pebbles down to the ground below. The noise elicits more of a response than you had hoped. The orc steps back and grabs a short, sharp spear. It circles back and around, disappearing from sight. You wait, motionless, for long minutes, without sound or sight of the orc. The tension builds, yet still you wait. Suffer 2 fear. Okay. Oh, Ian's here. Hi, Ian. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, so we're suffering 2 fear from Gimli. The first one is gloom. Turn the card face down. If only we had a haven against all of this gloom. That would be good. And the second one is greed. Deplete another hero's trinket without resolving its effect. If you cannot, suffer 1 face down fear. Okay, we're gonna deplete. Oh, I've just realised I've got this torch. I need to remember that. We're going to deplete 1 off the torch. And then that goes face down. Okay, so that's the 2 fear. Unable to delay any longer, you shift your weight silently. Then you see the orc again, directly below you. Its bloodshot eyes look up in that same moment. If it reaches for a horn on its belt, but you are quicker. Discard the threat token. Right, we got rid of it. Excellent. Does it work well as a solo game? Yes, it works well as a solo game. You have to control 2 characters, which is what I'm doing here. So it is working as a solo game, but for me, I'd prefer it as a 2-player game. If you want to pop over, Ian, and join me, that would be excellent. Mainly because I like concentrating on 1 character with my 1 skills, with my 1 equipment, and I'm having to concentrate on 2. It's fine for most people, but I prefer 1 player per character. But yeah, it's working okay. To be honest, without the chat, I would be struggling even more. The chat, thankfully, is mostly keeping me honest. Oh, and Mark's here, the Centre Isle as well. And Ian's popping over. Excellent. If you get that teleporter working that I sent you the plans for, the side effects, don't worry about the side effects. Yeah, they're overstated. Right, so we've discarded the threat token. Now, hopefully that means there's going to be another way to escape. You hear voices approaching as you dispatch the sentry. You creep towards flickering torchlight and see a big orc and a hunched goblin, each wearing the trophies of high-ranking warriors in this band. Marching from one dead city to another, the goblin complains. Oh, and just a quick note for those people joining in, whilst there is narrative and there is story here, when you play the game yourself, although the overall story is going to be the same, what's where and the map layout is going to be different. So you're getting semi-spoilers in terms of what the story is, but what I'm doing here specifically is not going to ruin your entire experience. You won't be able to just recreate what I do. In fact, don't do that because I'm not doing very well. The orc growls at his companion's complaints. He grumbles low enough you can't catch everything he says, but you catch the words Atarin and Gulgatar, and something about raising an army of the dead. Another patrol is not far behind them, and you move further into the shadows to safety as you consider what this could mean. Could Atarin wish to raise an army of the dead to heed his commands? Lore increases by 1. Standing where the orc was posted, you turn your gaze towards your surroundings. What was that orc guarding? Right, we have another search token all the way over there. A band of orcs, 7 or 8 in number, guard a passage between 2 high ridges. With care, clever manoeuvres, and perhaps some assistance, you may be able to outsmart their patrols and defences and slip through the pass. Hopefully, it leads out of this place. Huh, you never know. The others didn't. Right, okay, so we've still got an area that we haven't explored yet. Okay, so here we are. That was Gimli's 2 actions, and Gimli has now uncovered this area, which could be a means of escape. So it's now Legolas's turn, and I think we're going to try and get out. Now, do we want to try and get out? Because if we do, that leaves Gimli to get out on his own. So no, we're not. Legolas's first action is going to be to move. We're going to move to there. And Legolas's second action is going to be to interact with this search token that we left way back when. Now, finally, we're going to get around to investigating it. So we're going to search the guide stone. You try to set the stone upright. Test might. We only need 1 success. I'm not completely confident, so I am going to use the boots. Now, that means the boots are now fully depleted. We'll get them back at the start of the next adventure, but they're face down. So I am testing might, but I'm going to use the boots to test agility instead of might. I need 4 successes. I need 1 success, and I've got 4 attempts. Yep, there you go. Got 1. Done. So we've passed. With all your strength, you lift the stone to an upright position. You see on its face faded girth, and you recognise the form. You recognise in the words. What? And you recognise in the forms words of men from long ago. Surely that's not right. From when the forms of the runes most resembled the original elven shapes. Maybe it is right. In the forms. Oh, right. In the forms, comma, words of men from long ago. Right. Lore increases by 1, discard the search token. So all of this increasing lore is all for the overall campaign. It doesn't do anything specific for this adventure, but it will allow us to increase our equipment in between adventures. That is it. That is the end of the action phase. So again, no bad guys on the board. And again, if you are just joining, I am playing on adventure mode. So things like this, where each hero gains an inspiration in the shadow phase, that is only when playing in adventure mode, which is the easiest difficulty setting. Right, rally phase. And then we're done. We'll put that on. So this may be the last round. It may be the last round. Because I think this is where we need to go to escape. I think. Might be wrong. Might be wrong. I am interested, Neil and Ian, who are in the chat and have played it before, how is this map compared to when you played it? Do you remember? Was it similar to this? Or was it very different? I know I've played Scenario 1 about 3 times now, maybe 4 times, and the map has been slightly different each time I've played it, which has been quite good. So we're going to put Honed Instinct into play, and we're going to put Honed Agility on top of the deck. Okay. And Gimli. Is this the base game? Yes, base game with absolutely no expansions. I haven't even got the little miniatures expansion. That was out of stock straight away, so I didn't manage to get that one. I haven't got the second the big expansion, and I'm playing the base game. So this is literally the base game with the base campaign. Right, so are we going to put one of these into play? We've got Poet's Heart. We probably want that actually because Gimli is quite damaged. Oh, but we've got the Lay of Nimrodel. Ooh, ooh. No, we're going to put Poet's Heart into play. Lay of Nimrodel is going on top of the deck, and we're going to discard Honed Agility. Okay, right. So we're ready. Action phase is upon us, and we're going to do I think I might just do Gimli first. And I don't think I'm going to bother with this. I might, yeah, if we're only going to do one scenario today, then I will do this area, because every area you explore gets you additional lore. So do we go in with Legolas? Yeah, I think we do. I think we're going to go with Legolas first. We're going to move to there. We're going to explore here. I probably don't need to do this, but I am basically, yeah, just trying to complete everything I can on the board to get as much XP as I can, effectively. Right, a beautiful stretch of waterside has the remnants of logging and a large field of wild flowers. Okay, so what's on here? We have an orc sentry stands on a ridge, but its inattention makes it a poor guard. Ah, so that might not be the way out. And a flock of magpies mutters and flutters not far away. Search token. And anything in the third space? No. Right, okay, so Legolas has moved. First action. Second action, we're going to interact with the threat token, which is this. So we're going to eliminate the sentry. With perfect silence, you approach the orc sentry, sticking to the underbrush and shadows. With mere steps remaining, the orc's ugly head swivels in your direction, and its pale eyes pass over your hiding place. You may have been discovered. Okay, so we need to test wisdom, and if I'm hidden, I add 1 success. Okay, so my wisdom is 3. 1, 2, 3. I am not hidden, so I don't add a success. And we've got 1 success there. I'm going to buy another success. I'm going to buy 2 successes. Whatever. Right, so I've got 3 successes. Hopefully that should be enough. You believe yourself safe. Once more, its hollow gaze passes over your hiding place, but its expression does not change. Long moments pass, then it turns the other direction and yawns. You approach quickly and remove the lookout from its post. Discard the threat token. Right. There you go. Standing where the orc was posted, you turn your gaze towards the surroundings. What was the orc guarding? So this is the 4th time we've had this. Maybe this is the way out. A tall ridge flanks a dark forest. Its twisted branches beckon you forward as the shadows within warn you away. Could the tangle of branch and bush conceal a way out of the valley? You long for company as you survey the wood. Right, okay. That is Legolas's turn. Done. We moved 2. We interacted. No more actions. We now have Gimli. So I think we just do this one for the sake of completeness. What was this one again? It was Flock of Magpies. Yeah, let's do this one. So Gimli's going to move in for 1. We're going to search. You approach the magpies, doing your best to remember the rhyme. 1 for sorrow, 2 for mirth. You count the birds. Brilliant. We're counting birds. So we need to test wisdom. So Gimli is testing wisdom. 1, 2. And I need to remember to rest. This is my must remember to rest marker. Every game should come with one of these, I think. I've got no successes, but I am going to buy 2 successes because I have 2 inspiration. So those get discarded. I have 2 successes, so I have passed the test. 3 for a funeral, 4 for a birth, 5 for silver. These are definitely 5 magpies here. There are definitely 5 magpies here, and something shines in their nest. You fish out an ancient coin, still shining and pure after all these years. Lore increases by 1, discard the search token. Right, okay, and then Gimli has a second movement point, and we're going to use that to move to here. And then at the end of the turn, we're going to rest. So discard at the end of the turn to discard 2 face down damage or fear. We're going to discard the 2 face down fear. Okay, done. That is it. That is the must remember to rest token done. Okay. End the action phase. Yes. Well, both characters have done something? Yes. Okay, shadow phase. Both characters get an inspiration. Ian, the emphasis on efficiency, a bit of a letdown. Oh, Neil's helping out. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, because playing on adventure mode, it really means the threat goes up a lot slower. So you can definitely play it at a much slower pace. Yeah, if we weren't playing on adventure mode, we'd be almost at the end now. Right, rally phase followed by action phase. And I think this might be the last round. I don't know I said that the last 3 rounds, but, you know. It was the same yesterday with finding those scepters. I found the first scepter and I was like, oh, is that it? And Neil was like, no. And I ended up having to find multiple scepters. And then when I got to what I thought was the last room, it was like, no. This just opens another area somewhere else and you've got to go there. And it was like, oh. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it was long. Time of Need is going there and Light-footed is going on top of the deck. Right. And Gimli? Yeah, we just need to escape. I don't know what the escape attempt is going to be. But these remaining 2 areas are unfortunately not next to each other. So... and for those new joining in, since we've got this camera on, let me just show you my my painting job on these, which I'm really pleased with. Quite proud. All of the bad guys are painted as well, but you don't see them as much. Oh, we're going to put Lay of Nimrodil into play. And I'll put that on top of the deck. Yeah, okay. Right, we got loads of healing at this point. You get a bonus success for a nearby hero. Yes, I remember that, but... yeah, these 2 spaces are not adjacent to each other. So... yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, we are in the action phase. Who's going to go first? Yeah, I don't think I can get bonus successes for nearby heroes, unless the characters are going to escape at different times. Yeah, okay, that's what's going to happen. We're going to do Legolas first. We're first of all going to move 1 to here. We still have a movement point left, so I'm going to put it there to remind me I've moved, but I've still got a movement point left. This is the terminology that I'm using. Second action is going to be to interact with this token here. Is this the way we get out? So this is the Band of Orcs, 7 or 8 in number. Yes, we're going to try and escape. The Orc is unaware of your presence behind it when you attack, but a reinforced band of armour catches the otherwise mortal blow. Its long arm, knotted with muscles and scars, this is the same as last time, reaches back, grabs hold of you, and flips you forward. Land on your back, and the Orc looms over you with a wicked sneer and an unsheathed blade. Right, we need to test might. Ah, now we have an error in the app, because it's not telling us the number. It is asking us whether we pass or we fail, but it hasn't given us a number. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. Not that Fantasy Flight Games are interested. Any attempts to contact them about the fact that I'm live streaming their game has fallen on deaf ears. But, and I don't know if they support this anymore. It's a free pass, is it? I'm just going to say I need a 1. Yeah, I'm going to say it's test might and I need 1. I've only got 2 cards anyway, so we will see. We will see. Okay, I've got 1 success, so yeah, we'll call that a pass. Okay, yeah, this is obviously a bug with the app, because it's just come up the same thing again. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, this is definitely a bug. Yeah, which hero gained this title? I don't know. I don't know what title. Yeah, okay, so we got a bug in the app. That's okay. Now that you've won your escape route, you are able to gain some distance on the Tarin's army. The heroes have evaded Tarin's grasp. Now they will need to focus on stopping his sinister plans. Lore increases by 2 and we get 4 XP. Yeah, I broke the app. That's a real shame right near the end. But I don't know what title we've got, but we've succeeded. Huzzah! Where's my Jaffa cakes? They're downstairs. I keep meaning to get a Jaffa cake as a reward. Now, what's this? Okay, hang on a minute. You are faced with a momentous choice. Oh, it's because I cheated earlier. No, it's not. A Tar encounters an enormous troll among its allies, travelling a longer subterranean route. If you track down the troll, you could defeat it and remove one of Atarin's most potent advantages in the battle to come. However, Atarin's army is already on the march towards the Brandywine River. If you could make haste and cross the river ahead of the army, it might keep you one step ahead of Atarin's plot. One thing is certain, if you choose to spend time tracking the troll and fail to eliminate it, the consequences will be dire. Which path will you choose? Right, it's up to you in the chat. Which one do you want me to do? Ian did hint earlier on, not Ian O'Toole, Ian Bennett's, that the number of scenarios you play in this game is depending on the choices you make. We now have quite a big choice. Which one do you want me to do? I'm not going to do it today, but next time I play this, are we going to track the troll or hurry to the river? Let me know in the chat what you want me to do. Track or river are the two choices. And depending on how many votes we get, will depend on which choice I make. So we have, Bucklebury Ferry. Brings back memories of me being 10 years old, reading Lord of the Rings for the first time at home. And, reading, the book, Fellowship of the Ring, and the setting, just so evocative. So we have river, troll, river, track, troll, track. Okay, so it looks like we're 7 versus 2 on tracking the troll. Neil saying the second play he went to the troll and got crushed. Okay, we're going to go with tracking the troll. That seems to be what most of the chat is recommending or advising or suggesting. We're going to track the troll. Tracking the troll will be risky, but defeating it will rob your foe of a powerful ally. Are you sure? This is like the Microsoft Windows, isn't it? You are closing Microsoft Word. You haven't saved your file. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Is this going to be another Gimli run situation? Maybe. Yes, Gimli, run. But I'm wearing really heavy army. I've only got an agility of 1. Don't worry about that. Just run. You'll be fine. I'm nearly dead. I'm not dead yet. Right, we're going to track the troll. And there we go. We are now moving on to chapter 7. And again, not going to do this today. That was the plan, but it's 4:30. So this has been 2.5 hours today. So we're going to wrap up early. And I will be back next Tuesday. I'm going to say 2 o'clock GMT, but I might bring it forward to 1:30. So we'll say probably 1:30 GMT next Tuesday, and I will continue with chapter 7. That's where we are. Now I'm just going to click continue here, just quickly. And we can read this again next time, because I want to know what title Legolas got. Where are the titles? Are they titles? Right, he got Skin Changer. That's the one he got. I don't know how he got it, because that's where the app went wrong and got bugged and something definitely went wrong. But he's got the Skin Changer title, which I need to add in to the deck. But we are good. We are good to go. So yeah. Thank you very much to everybody for watching today. I didn't mention this at the start, but... oh no, I did mention this at the start. But this video and all of the other videos that I'm doing this month are only made possible through the support of the Patreon campaign. So thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters for making January possible. It's not just January. Moving forward, I will still be doing a lot of Patreon-related videos. But yeah, everything that I do this month is not sponsored, and it's purely funded through the Patreon page. So if you are in a position to be able to support me, and help make more videos like this and get better lighting, then please consider supporting me at patreon.com/gamingrules. I'm just going to put on screen a very quick... oh, no, this is new because I'm using a new piece of software. So bear with us a minute. Image, add source, add new source, image, browse. Won't take me long to find it. Here it is, found it. Right, this is what I'm doing this week. So we are currently Wednesday. This is the Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth solo playthrough. Tonight, Red Cathedral solo playthrough. So once I pack this away, I am going to be relearning how to play Red Cathedral. And then I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough tonight at 8 o'clock. So that's happening tonight. Again, not sponsored, purely funded through the Patreon page. Tomorrow morning, I will be back at 11 o'clock a.m. With my second playthrough of Drake Hollow. I really enjoyed it on Tuesday morning. So I'm going to be continuing that on Thursday. That is a computer game that I got last year. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, my Maracaibo campaign continues. So this is chapter 2 of the Maracaibo campaign. That is happening tomorrow. Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, solo playthrough. I'll have to learn that Friday morning. And then Friday evening, a 2-player playthrough of Keeper with David Turtsey. So that's happening there. So yeah, that's the plans for this week. We're halfway through. We're at Wednesday afternoon, and I will be back later on with some Red Cathedral tonight. So yes, thank you very much to everybody for watching. And yeah, this is Streamlabs OBS. Never used this software before, but it's all gone okay. No crashes. Chat's working. We're all good. Staying up late last night and working on it this morning has definitely been worth it. So yeah, thank you to everybody for bearing with me over the last week and a half of technical difficulties. Everything seems to be okay for the moment. I am now going to press this button on my Stream Deck. And with XSplit, when I press this button, there's a 20% chance the stream will crash. Cross your fingers. Let's see if it crashes now. If it doesn't, we're all good. I'll see some of you tonight. No, it hasn't crashed. Woohoo! Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.